Yay! It's been a while, guys. It's been a while. So, my goal is to put out videos. I'm working a lot and I'm loving it and I'm getting a lot of done. But anyway, today we're going to talk about how to identify. By the end of this video, you'll know how to identify your ideal sex partner and wife. Those things are not mutually exclusive. Obviously, we have different times and phases in our life. You might want a sexual partner that is long-term, short-term, whatever. But this is how to identify women that are going to align with where you are as an apex Christian, as an apex male, as a geopolitical Christian, son of the Most High. All those terms are synonymous. So today we're going to talk about 6 signs that God has picked her for you. First and foremost, we're going to get right into it. So the first thing that we want to identify when we're looking at a woman that is ideal for us is she a yes? Is she an enthusiastic yes? That is number one. That is from the second you see her. So if you're getting no eye contact, no choosing signals, no attention, she's a no. But if you're getting eye contact, if you're getting choosing signals, if you're noticing that she does make herself available to you, then she's a yes. So look for the yes. Because as an apex Christian, as a geopolitical son of the Most High, as a child of the Most High, it is important that you have a marriage that lasts, that you have relationships that are fulfilling, because that exemplifies God's good and brings glory to his name. Anything less than that is not God's best. And God has favored us. God has given us so many beautiful things and wonderful things in life. Why not take advantage of those things? Number 2, she perks up in your presence. This is in addition to her saying yes. A woman perks up in your presence. You go up and say hi to her, you speak to her, and she perks up. She's like, oh yeah, hi. She wants to be around you. She's eager to engage with you. Number 3, she drops her stuff for you. Now, respect her time. If she's at the gym working out, I'll give you a story in a minute. She's at the gym working out. Don't interrupt her in the middle of a set, or if she's in the middle of pushing out like the last reps of a third set or something like that. Respect her time. And if you respect her time, then that's going to be so much better for your relationship. Today, I was at the gym, met this beautiful girl, and her name meant beauty. She's my type. And I saw her walk into the gym, and I was just like, that's my type. Just like physique was great. Her physical appearance was great. She's my ideal type of woman with her complexion, her hair, dark curly hair, looked like like a Mediterranean, Greek, Italian, something Sicilian, something like that. And beautiful nose, beautiful cheeks, beautiful eyes. I saw her walk in and we made eye contact. And it was not that I see a person standing over there, eye contact. It was I see you eye contact. And so I worked out. God gave me a layup. And I walked over to her, rizzed up, and had a wonderful engagement. Wonderful engagement. I could have gotten her number if she was interested in that. But God set that up for me. God gave me the words. God gave me the charisma, everything to engage with this very attractive young woman. And the moment I saw her, I was like, yes. And that's probably, let's go make that number 7. We'll get right into it. We got some engagement in the chat. We got Frankie. Hello, Frankie. Thank you. Thank you for joining. All right. It's Bazark. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hey. All right. And then D Mullins says hello. Thanks for saying hi. This video is about how to identify your ideal wife / sex partner. 6 signs that God has chosen a woman for you if you're an ideal man, apex Christian. Now, if you're a woman and you want a video that is comparable for women, make sure you drop a like and let me know. How do you identify the best man for you as an apex Christian woman? Apex Christians are not mainstream Christians. Look at all the other videos on my channel. I get into what that's about. But the apex Christian journey is about writing society, culture, and all that stuff. So make sure you jump into that. So the 4th sign that God has picked her to be your sex partner, to be your wife, is that she touches you respectfully. 1133, drop a like. And drop a 1133 so that you can attract the type of women God has for you. She touches you respectfully. She's not grabbing you, right? She's not fondling you, but she's touching you respectfully. This very beautiful woman that I met in the gym touched my arm while we were talking, and we had about a minute and a half engagement, and I created a space in which she felt comfortable enough to touch me, and I touched her. Now again, I'm not grabbing her ass, I'm not putting my hands on her belly, on her butt, or anything like that. Like, that's just creepalicious, right? But what I am doing is I'm respectfully touching parts of her body that are accessible. A handshake is a touch. Touching the wrist is an intimate touch, but it's still respectful. So she did that with me, I did that with her, and it was a wonderful engagement. Touching of the shoulder, as long as you're not getting up near the neck or behind the back or down the bicep and things like that. Then it gets a little. You have to be able to pay attention to these things. I'll make another video about that. All right, so that was number 4. She touches you respectfully. That's how you know that God has picked her to be your sex partner, to be your wife. Number 5, she shows feminine leadership. Now, there's a little hack I can share with you on that. Feminine leadership is very important. God has given women dominion over the home, but God has given men leadership over the home. So women have dominion over the home. Like, the home, the house, the hearth is a woman's domain. God has given her that domain. And so when you pick a woman, you want to pick a woman that shows that kind of leadership, that kind of power. One of the ways you can pick that is, this little hack, is when a woman has a side profile, you'll see that she has an administrative nose. So these are women that have like what they call the American Indian, or the, you can say, Italian nose or Roman nose, or even a Greek nose. That shows that she has a leadership built into her design. And again, that's a little hack. You may not be into that type of nose. You may have to get to know her a little better to know if she's got feminine leadership. Okay. And then 6, but we've got a 7th one, a bonus one for those of you who stayed to the end. A 6, choosing signals. She's going to give you choosing signals. I'll let you know a couple of choosing signals. First of all, it's lingering eye contact. She's not just looking in your direction and seeing that there's a human there. No, she's stopping and gazing into your eyes. She's looking into your eyes. That's one of the choosing signals. Another one is touching. Again, I talked about touching. We touched on that. Another is that when she looks at you, she smiles. She doesn't necessarily grin, but she is smiling, or she has a pleasant look on her face. She is making herself visible. That's another choosing signal. She's walking in front of you. She's walking within access to you. So another choosing signal. And then again, she accepts your compliments. I told this girl, who was very beautiful, that she was beautiful. I also told her that I liked her nose. I liked her profile. That is a very specific compliment. I like your eyes. I like your hair. I think your hair is very attractive. I think you have beautiful eyes. You know, these are sexual compliments, but they're not creepalicious. You're not telling her that you want to jump in bed with her, but you're letting her know that you're attracted to her, and you're letting her know that her features fit into the parameters of what you are desiring. And so these are the 6 signs that God has chosen a woman to be your sex partner, to be your wife. And here's number 7. Okay, I'm gonna get back into yeah, she perks up in your presence. You're attracted to her. Number 7 is you're attracted to her. Okay, I should have put that in there. Number 1, you have to be attracted to her. You have to find her attractive. You have to feel comfortable in her presence. Now, by the way, this is let me unpack this. We're at 8 minutes, so I'm doing pretty good. Let's see here. All right, thank you. Gorillas 710 says, depends how you think way you look. Okay, I'm going to see if I can unravel that. Depends on what you think about the way they're looking at you. Correct me if I'm wrong with the Gorillas 710. So the 7th thing is very important. Are you attracted to her? And this is how you know if you're actually attracted to a woman. If you see a woman and you think she's very attractive physically, sexually, but you feel uncomfortable talking to her, you're not attracted to her. You think that she's like sexy or something like that, and she's like a model to, on a TV screen or something like that. You're not attracted to her. There's no attraction there. There's like a sexual desire perhaps, or you've been conditioned to want those sorts of features, but you're not attracted to her. When you feel attraction to a woman, it's a mutual experience. That means that you're in her presence, you feel comfortable, you feel calm, and you feel desire. So a lot of men, we've been taught to lead with our penises. We've been taught not to think intelligently. We've been taught to think kind of like guttural monkeys, driving our, following guttural sexual urges as opposed to true attraction. And so we have to overcome that as apex Christian men, as children, sons of the Most High God. God has picked a woman for you to have sex with. God has picked a wife for you, or many wives for you, if you're into polygamy. So, and you can actually do that financially. But if you just see a woman, you're like, oh, I just want to have sex with her, and you don't feel comfortable in her presence, God has not picked her for you. She is not attractive to you. Okay? So that's number 7. She has to be. I have been in the presence. There was this Argentinian girl that I met. Absolutely gorgeous. And when I was in her presence, had blue eyes. I'm not really bluish gray green eyes, like, which I'm not totally into that. Beautiful feature, but I'm not into that. I'm into dark eyes. When I was in her presence, I felt calm. I mean, I was very turned on by her. I could tell she was attracted to me as well. But I felt calm. I just felt like a gorgeous body, but her skin was out of this world. She was Argentinian. But I just felt a drop in. When I was in her presence, I just felt calm. When I was with this girl, I felt comfortable talking to her. And so that's number 7. The 7th sign that God has chosen this woman to be your sex partner and your wife is that you feel attraction to her. And I'm going to unravel that in another video. So thank you for watching. As I close, sex is how we experience God's presence in physicality. God is male and female. God is masculine and feminine. The masculine aspect of God is the physical world, the things that you see around. Mother Earth is masculine in the sense that she's physical. The spiritual aspect of God is the inner self, the emotions, the feelings we get when we see flowers. That's the feminine aspect of God. And so sex matters. You cannot pick a woman that's virtuous and you like her, but there's no sexual chemistry. That's not what God picked for you. She's a great business partner. Choose her as a business partner. Don't choose her as a wife. All right? So as a geopolitical Christian, as an apex human, as an apex Christian, as an apex child of the Most High God, you have to live the best life, a life that works. And so I thank you for watching this video. For those of you who stayed to the end, you got that wonderful 7th bonus. And to close, make sure you check out all the links in the bottom if you're interested in creating a life that works. I work with Christian leaders and groups that are making the world work, that make the world a better place. What I do is I basically help people take Bible truths that the church is not allowed to teach and master them so that they can shape culture, can actually restore God's kingdom on this earth and make heaven real. That's what we're doing as apex Christians. That's what we're doing as geopolitical Christians, children of the Most High. So make sure you join, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.